Only way he can be brought back is by calling his name 3 times.
BeetleJuice. BeetleJuice. BeetleJuice.
It's showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. If you're new to my channel, 31 Days of Halloween is where I post a new Halloween costume makeup tutorial every day in October. Be sure to subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on any videos. Today is a spin on a cult classic, BeetleJuice. I decided to do a half BeetleJuice and half Lydia Deetz to form this one ultimate Halloween costume. With the iconic colors and outfits, everyone is sure to love this costume. So let's get into the tutorial. I started by spraying my hair flat and applying a bald cap. When I applied the Aide adhesive to my forehead, I applied it too low. Unfortunately, the bald cap adhered to it too low on my forehead, so I could not lift it up. If you were to do this, I would make it a point to correctly place your bald cap up by your hairline and blend the edges well. Since I didn't, you can see the line of my bald cap. I then cut a cheap black wig with bangs in half. I have it on my head to see where to stop the hairline, but ended up removing it for the majority of the tutorial and then put it on at the end. I then blended white cream paint into my skin on the BeetleJuice side. For this, I'm using the Makeup Forever Flash Paint Stick in white, but you can use any white paint that you have. And on Lydia's side, I did a light pale foundation shade. Again, you can use any foundation that you have, but for this, I used the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick in Y117. I then took some green and yellow cream paints from the Makeup Forever Flash palette and a stippling brush and stippled it all over my face, up the sides of my cheek, in the normal BeetleJuice shape. He also has a 5 o'clock shadow on his face, which I mimicked with a black and brown cream paint, gently dotted onto the areas in a very light hand. Then I took a dark purple shadow with a bit more of a warm tone, so it's almost a reddish purple, and blended it all over my eye, up and around to my brow bone and down to the top of my cheekbone. This makeup is exceptionally easy, so just have fun with it and don't be too concerned with it looking perfect. Everyone will know who you're trying to be. Then I dotted on an adhesive all over my face in the dark green areas of the BeetleJuice side and applied moss. I got my moss just from a craft store. For some more dimension, I then patted black eyeshadow all over my mobile eyelid on the BeetleJuice side. I then dotted Aide adhesive all over my bald cap, waited for it to dry, and then added crepe wool. Crepe wool is a hair-like substance, and I bought this from Amazon. I straighten the hair out and do a quick cut on the ends to make sure that there's a nice straight end for me to adhere it. It's very easy to work with and looks much more realistic than a wig. You can certainly wear a wig and cut it in half, as I did on the Lydia Deetz side. Again, crepe wool just looks much better. Afterwards, I dried off my teeth and applied black tooth enamel. If you have the nicotine color, it would also work great. Using an Elmers Glue stick, I rolled the bangs into the signature Lydia Deetz shape. Then I adhered them to my forehead with Aide adhesive so they wouldn't move throughout the day. To pin the wig to my head, I just used bobby pins and stuck them through the wig and then through the bald cap into my hair. This worked great and it did not move throughout the entirety of the day. I stacked the piece of wig that I had cut off on top of the other side so that my wig would have more volume because Lydia's hair is big. I then teased the wig and pinned it into her hairstyle, which is essentially just a half up, half down. I then took a piece of red ribbon and adhered it to my neck with Aide adhesive. She basically wears no makeup, so I kept it very simple. Just filled in my brows with a dark brownish black and put on some mascara. Super simple. And used red tulle fabric that I got from Joann's to create the ruffly collar sticking into my shirt underneath with safety pins. This fabric was dirt cheap, so if you were to wear this for Halloween, I would recommend getting a red dress, cutting it in half and sewing it onto a black and white striped jacket that you also cut in half, so you can have a super realistic costume that you can wear in public. But for this video, I just did it the hokey way. I also went to Value Village and searched and found a red shirt that worked for my veil because it was a sheer material. If you can't find or afford the items for clothing, don't worry because this is super customizable. Either find a black blazer at the thrift store and paint white stripes down it, or find a white blazer and paint it with black. And that is it, you guys. I hope you guys love this makeup look. Make sure to tune in tomorrow and every single day this October for more Halloween costume makeup looks. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when the videos go live, which will be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you do recreate this look, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can see your work. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you at my next video, which is tomorrow, by the way.